So talking with Apps and Mershey, just reflecting on Friday's game, they both said just kind of an off night. Is that sort of how you see things too?
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, they know what they're talking about, so I think 100%. Yeah, it was an off night for us. I got to be better from the start as well, and everyone's got to be better. It's a team thing. We just come out and play a little more of a hard-nosed game. We have tons of talent. We have a great roster, good group of guys, but just got to stick to the game plan and play a little more sound game.
We're about a third of the way through the season. I mean, how do you feel so far? There's been a lot of games where you're making a ton of saves, game-changing saves, goal-stopping saves. How do you kind of assess where you're at?
I mean, we're as a team, we're grinded. We're we got to find a little more consistency. Everyone, from the goalies on out. So I think everyone would say the same. Just got to be a bit better and everyone a little bit better, and that'll equate to probably a little more consistent games, a little more sound games, a little safer games. We're high talent. We push the pace. It's awesome. I think if everyone just starting from myself out plays a little better, it'll add up to a little more wins.
You talk about pushing the pace. Practices, Coach Appert has said in the past, are non-negotiable in terms of there needs to be effort, there needs to be intensity. Did today's feel a little more intense than maybe some of the others?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's kind of the nature of the game. You get pushed around a little bit. You lose in your home building. You're a little upset. And you want to come in and put a good, aggressive, hard-nosed practice where you get a bit of that game-like mentality back and compete. And I thought the guys did a good job of that today.
I don't know how much this helps, but minus this season and the 2 games with Rochester a couple of years back, for the most part, the last 5 or 6 years in the AHL, you've been with Atlantic Division teams, Lehigh Valley, Hartford, Wilkes. What's that division like when you've seen those teams as much as you have?
Yeah, I mean, every night's hard to win. Teams play hard. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the gritty weather out here. I don't know, but it's a good division. It's always tight. Teams play hard, so any given night, you got to be ready to go.
Probably hard to look ahead and past Springfield, but the 2 teams at the end of the week are former teams that you've played with, especially Wilkes of recent. Does that ever add a chip on your shoulder when you're going up against a former team?
I mean, you just mentioned, I really try not to look too far ahead. I mean, try to go day to day, work hard, and I think just personally, me and some others as well, if you look too far ahead, then you get ahead of yourself. So I'm just focusing on the day to day here and see what happens.
Last thing I'll ask then is, that upcoming game is against Springfield. You guys have lost 3 or 4, and this division is very tough. You look how tight the standings are right now. So what do you guys need to do as a group to, refocus and recalibrate and be ready to go Wednesday night?
I think we just got to be ready to go right off the bat. Manage the ups and downs in the game. Whether you get scored on first or score first, just get right to it and stick to our game plan for a full 60. I think we've had some good spurts this year, but I think the key we have to work on is just putting together a full 60. And you look back and say it was a complete game, and the results should follow.